There would be a lot of benefit to adding the facilities.
A turf field here at Oyster River High School gives us a showcase facility.
It would just benefit us tremendously.
It's going to be hugely important to our program.
The project consists of a complete overhaul and facelift of our facility outside this high school, which would comprise of an artificial turf field, a 6-lane track, an 8-lane straightaway track, as well as reconfiguration of our baseball, softball field. This is not just a high school athletic facility project, this is a whole community facility project. And by enhancing and increasing our facilities here, we are now being able to provide more to our community at the same time.
One of the obvious things that I noticed when I first came here was the very limited amount of space that we had here at the high school. The baseball field was positioned in the incorrect position. All our outfielders faced into the sun.
The head coach and I would look at each other and say, this is not even really an advantage to play at home anymore because the condition of our grass field deteriorated so much.
We are lucky enough to get some time over at UNH. However, it's not our home. It's typically late in the day. So to rally 65 kids to do a really hard speed workout at 7:30 at night, 8 o'clock at night in the dead of the winter, it's not as beneficial as it could be. We might show up and the lights are out, or the doors are locked, or the high jump mats have disappeared.
The gym is only about 1/2 the size of a lacrosse field. I get half the time, half the space for twice the kids.
To be able to use a facility like the Athletic Facility Upgrade Project with lights to extend our training time would be a huge benefit.
My first 2 months is in a gym or in a parking lot. Lacrosse is a contact sport. It's the fastest sport on 2 feet. I can't do contact or any contact in the gym. It would endanger and not be safe for the players.
We don't have a lot of pole vaulters because we don't have a space to practice that. We don't have the mats that go along with that. We don't have a lot of triple jumpers because to try to triple jump in a hallway is really going to hurt our kids.
A turf field would accelerate our skill development by a whole lot. It would give us the opportunity to play on a consistent surface that would help us improve both our skills, our tactics.
Historically, the team that wins ground balls is the team that wins the game. We can't practice for ground balls in the gym. We would tear apart the gym floor. The first 2 months of our season, we're practicing about 1/8 the amount of time we need, and we can only practice about half our skills.
Having a turf field opens up being able to get outdoors early, being able to get out there when it starts to warm up a little bit. I mean, a turf field is something that can be plowed all winter long, and once it does start to warm up, it's usable right away.
I lose about 1/4 of my practice because of the spring rains. We can practice in the rain, we can play in the rain, but we can't play on the field in the rain just because we would tear up the field. The turf field's much more durable, we can actually play.
A turf field really could be played on, even here in New Hampshire, as many as 10 months out of the year.
It would also be beneficial in having a stadium where the fan base would be more comfortable, the kids would show more pride showing up on a field.
We're really revamping our entire athletic outfields, which in turn enhances all of our sports.
Benefiting all of the sports teams here is going to be huge for all of the athletes, and some of my girls would play would run track or cross country, and they would use those facilities during other sports seasons.
We could also begin to reach out to the youth because we would have a field that we wouldn't have to worry about weather conditions.
Indoors, where there's not as many field events, we've seen a lot of success. We have 2 state championships in my time here. But when we go outdoors, there's way more field events. And because we don't have this space and the facility to train them, we end up not being able to compete at such a high level.
In the 13 years I've been here, we've had 10 kids go on to play at the collegiate level. We have, I believe that the addition of a turf field would increase that number even more because they would develop faster, more consistent skills to the college game, and we would be able to be a lot more competitive in the, not just within the state, but also nationally, and coaches would notice.
It's really unfair to our students who are looking at post-secondary opportunities for running. You know, we have Division I caliber athletes every single year coming out of our program. Unfortunately, it's not in some of the field event-based places. And for some of our athletes, that's where they're going to shine.
This is extremely well invested money for the future of our young adults and our youth, really, coming up through the system, and the community members to be able to use this project.
So as a homeowner in Durham, as a taxpayer in Durham, I'm going to vote for the upgrading facilities. It's a smart investment for me as a homeowner, particularly looking to resell my house in the future, as well as upgrading the program for my lacrosse program and the 50 young men who play for me.
And I urge you to check out orbobcats.com for additional information, and we hope to see you on March 10th to vote. Thank you so much.